And a countdown. In a 3. In a 2. In a 1. And we is live on Wednesday night. And I have me a funky little doomerhingy on my head. There we go. Let's see if anybody pops on. We are going to be using this because my eyes are having a little issues these days, but still kind of healing. And I'm going to attempt to remove that rainbow or that nanopixel LED right there, and we are going to in place put the rainbow barf. We are currently printing the part for it right now. So these are the out wires, and these are the in wires, and I just have to make sure that I get them correct in the right order. So prior to that, I'm going to snap a quick photo of it here. Right there. So we have black, white, red, and then that is the out and the in is coming in. Okay. That way. Hey, Joe Velasco. My eye is still doing the funky things. It's the eye doctor this morning said that the scarring is 50% better than it was on Monday. So I'm hopeful that we're getting some healing going, but I'm going to need to use these in order to do this. So there's no question about that. So we're going to heat up the old burning gun here, and we're going to try and solder this. I'm gonna stream for about an hour and a bit tonight. I'm printing the part right now for the because the rainbow barf's a fair bit bigger LED, a little bit bigger than the standard one. So I'm printing a part for it right now, and then I got to print a new diffuser for it as well. So yeah, I'm glad to hear improvement too, but there's still that little funky thing that's going on with the when I look at lights. So, but hopefully that's going to heal. So we'll see. Okay, so let's get right to it. If I switch over to this camera, I think you're the only one watching so far, Joe. So we'll go. This will be like a one-on-one show, a one-man show. So we are going to desolder these, and then we're going to solder in this guy in its place. This guy actually this is the in and the out, so that's going to be basically going like this. So we're just going to replace all these wires is what we are going to do. So, okay. Let's get my cheaters on. Let's grab my soldering iron. And let's remove, hopefully my head's not blocking that. I don't think it is. We're going to remove these ones off of here. Come on, steady hand wins the race. There's one. Black is off. White is off. And red is off. So that's those ones. These are the LEDs that are going to the hot end. Let's see. Oh, still only one watching. Okay, now we got to take these other three off. So I'm just going to quickly move. It smells like chicken you made. Yeah, no kidding. So we're going to move these clamps over slightly so that we don't. This is a perfect clamping system for doing this too. So, and down again. Hopefully, as I say, hopefully my head's not in the way. I cannot see if my head's in the way, but I think I got that camera at a pretty good angle here, so we're good. So let's just grab the black. And the white, and the red. There we go. Okay, taking it off. Hey, Tron. Thought I'd pop in for a bit. That's fine. I understand you got to go to bed. We're just, what we're doing is we are replacing this little nanopixel, which I just took off. This is for the hot end of the stealth burner. So we're replacing this one with the Rainbow Barf one, which is a fair bit bigger, so I'm printing the proper adapter for the Rainbow Barf one right now. So we just desoldered this guy, and so we're gonna put this guy in the clamps. So we have to have it so that the ends are coming in, so we'll get those on first. Now this one, they say to solder in a pine tree type. That's how they describe it. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, where's my mouse? Wouldn't that be a time for my mouse battery to die right now? I'm not finding. This is. Hang on a second here. There it is. Sometimes I lose my mouse. So they say to use the thinnest wires you can muster and solder them in a pine tree arrangement, starting with the bottom pads and moving up. Oh, I see what they want to do. Okay. Okay, so they want me to basically turn these sideways. So they have the outs on the right, so they want this sideways. So with the bottom pads moving up. So we're going to go to the bottom pads here. And we'll start out with the bottoms here. Now I want to make sure. So this is my in cable. These are all pre-tinned already because they came off the other one. So I'm just going to make sure. I took a picture of it to make sure that I saw how those wires were on. So we had the out. So we're going to go black, white, red. Black, white, red. Okay. So black, white, red. They do. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do the. I'll do the in first. So black, white, red. So by Christmas tree or by pine tree, whatever arrangement, they want them going on basically almost like this, so that they're going to bundle up sort of towards the middle. Let me just make sure that I've got that correct. Yeah, I do. Okay, I think I see exactly how they want me to do this. So I'm going to tin these. I think, yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of tin on those to make it a little easier. I got to find out if I can. This iron times out. This Weller, it's a great soldering iron, but it times out too quick. Okay, and we are climbing, or we're going down? No, we're going down. Oh, there we go. Now we're climbing. Okay, so I'm just going to give these guys, as soon as this gets hot enough, we're going to give these guys a little bit of solder. Now, we should be good now. Oh yeah, there we go. A little bit there. A little bit there. 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 Now I don't want to melt the little plastic holders, so we're going to move that up. We're going to move that up. Man, these, can you imagine if I was working with alligator clips right now? I'd still be working on getting the thing in position. And there we go, and there we go. Okay, so we have these things. As you can see, those are nicely tinned. Right there. These little. It's not bad. I'm not really the best solderer solderer, but those actually tin pretty good. Okay, so we'll move that back up. We'll move that back up. Okay, so we want our in. And I said black, white, red. I believe that was the order I said. Yeah, black, white, red. So we have our out going this way. Come on, don't do that to me. Out is on the right, in is on the left. So this is my in, and we're going to go black, white, red. Okay. I'm always double checking, making sure I'm doing the right thing. I'm right-handed. I don't want to use the soldering gun with my left hand, so this is going to look a little awkward, but it's not going to be too awkward. So let's try this. Ah, what the heck. Let's try with my left hand. It's easier to hold the wire steady with my right hand. Let's just try this and see if I can't. Okay, there's the black. And let's get the white on. White on, man, white on. Okay. Oh, doggy bark. Okay, white. White, and let's get the red. Giving this a little bit of a bend, there we go. Because these wires are going to inevitably stick straight up. I'll check chat in a minute. Oh no, I'm going to do the red. I got to move those pins back. So let's get the, let's do these ones next. And then I'll do the black, white, then I'll get the red last. Okay. Black on the out. Now we're doing out. Hold it steady. Man, this is tiny. Oh, wow. There we go, black. And we'll get the white one on next. This? Oh, the freaking soldering iron shut itself off again. I was thinking, why isn't this melting? Yeah, it's the iron shut off again. I gotta look into the menu in this thing and see if there's a way to stop that from timing out. I was wondering why. I gotta redo that black one because that I think that's a cold joint. Oh no, the black one should be good. I gotta redo the black one for sure. What a pain. Okay, here we go. Let's remelt this black one. That's much better. It's the way it should work. There we go. Let's move these down. Let's move this one down. And let's get the red ones on. Input this way. I'll get this red one on first. Okay, and then we'll get the last red one on. Oh, oops. There we go. And there we go. We should be good. Okay, let's just have a close-up look at this. Hey, non-fam. Just gonna have a close look at this, make sure that I've got nothing missing. We're all connected, and they want this to come up the middle just like that. This should be good. I could actually test this. It's 5 volts. Yeah, maybe I'll do that just to make sure my wiring's okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab my tester. That means I got to unplug something here. What do I get to unplug here? I'm running out of plugs, actually. Oh, actually, I can unplug my soldering iron. I don't need that anymore. Hopefully, I don't need the soldering iron anymore. Grab. Let me grab my tester and see if I can get this to, these might not be, these wires might be too big. We'll see. Okay. Red. Connect the red here. I want to get the banana plugs for these things. They're a whole lot easier to work with. And we'll connect the black. Yeah, testing's always a good idea before I get it all in there and realize, hey, it's not going to work. Okay, power this on. And let's dial it down. 5 volts. Oh, very sensitive. 5.01 volts should be good. Okay, so we're at 5 volts. Now, the trick is to figure out how to, yeah, these wires are really tiny. I'm gonna have to, I wonder if I can actually just kind of bite on it like this. No, I'll have to put it, oh, maybe, let's just see. No, that's not going to work. Well, one thing I'm going to do first anyways is, right here, grab my meter, and we're going to make sure that we are actually only putting out 5 volts. It's always a good thing to double check, to make sure that we're putting out the right voltage. So yeah, so there we go. So we're putting out 4.96. So pretty much, so it says we're putting out 5.01. My meter says we're putting out 4.96. So that's not bad. So maybe, let me see, maybe I can kind of cheat. I wonder if I can cheat with these. Put the black in here. And put the red in here. These are banana clips. No, they actually, these have the protective covers on them. But anyway, so I'm going to put the red in here. There we go. Now, let's see if see, that's what I thought, Joe. I might be able to. I'm going to see, they have banana plugs, but they're kind of insulated. So now I can touch that on there. And then if I go here, I don't know, unless the red, I'm not even 100% sure if I've got good connections right here. I should have a good connection right here. Come on. Don't do that to me. Get on there. We're definitely making contact here and here, so I should be able to put a 5-volt current through here. Hey, how you doing, Richard? So let's see if I get 5 volts touching there. If I get my live on the red, and if I just kind of, oh, it's just tough to do with with small plugs and big hands. Red on the red, come on, black in the black, come on, you can do this. And they're not coming on. I wonder though if it's something to do with the switching. I'm not getting anything on that. Now maybe these things need an actual switch. So let's see if I actually touch on the, let's go ahead like this. Let's switch down here. Move this over here, and we'll move this over in the view here. So if I actually, there's my in. Let me put something on this so it doesn't keep twisting over. Come on, come on. Now if I actually just go ahead and go red on there and black on here. Yeah, there's 5 volts, but nothing's happening. Unless, no, they're not lighting up. That's odd. That's really strange. So obviously there's something. You're better than you were this morning. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that, Richard. So for some reason they're wired properly. Now we do have we have a red, a black, which is, you know, you're going to be your positive, your negative, and the white is usually your switch. Now maybe this actually has to have that in place to work, but I would think that just giving voltage to these would allow them to go. Let's just try one of these. Let's just try one of these single LEDs here, which is a 5-volt LED. There and there, and nothing on that. And this is on because we know we were getting 5 volts out on this because we tested it on the meter. Yeah, so I wonder, I don't know. I need a data signal. Okay, so I do need a data signal for these to turn on, which is what I thought. So much for that idea. I'm going to trust my soldering. Let's power this off before although 5 volts isn't going to kill me. But pinching my thumb with an alligator clip, it's going to hurt like a son of a gun. There we go. Okay, so, okay, well, we know that I had to try. Plus I wanted to play with a new toy here. So anyways, let's put this back. Okay. So we'll trust my soldering. As I say, the joint looks good. You can probably, it's probably easier for me to see it on the camera here too. If I hold this right up close, this thing should be able to focus within 4 inches. There we go. So I'm going to look on the big screen, and that's going to get in focus any second. So that should be good. I don't see any wires touching any wires. They look okay right there. Let's just see. Oh yeah, those look fine. And then if I bend that over and look at this side, I'm just waiting for the camera to catch up on YouTube, and they all look fine there too. So yeah, we should be good. So that's going to go in this way here. A sample Arduino breadboard will tell you if it works. I have a whole Arduino kit with a breadboard and everything, but I have no clue how to use it. So, Richard, I gotta get a hold of you and talk to you about. I need to figure out how to get sound. Like I've got an outro video I did, which looks kind of like it's pretty cool. So if I switch over to, actually I didn't create a button for it yet, but yeah, because I need to do my intro and outro and a countdown timer, which I created, but there's no sound to any of my really cool creations, which is kind of like, oh, come on, seriously? So yeah, so now if I switch over, I've got this really cool outro video here, but there's no sound to it. So yeah, anyways. Because of course the sound coming in from the PC is not going to work because the sound is all coming out of the soundboard. So I assume we have to hook something into the soundboard to go into the ATEM to play those sounds out. So anyway, so we switched out this tiny little LED. Here, let me get that back over to there we go. We switched out this tiny little LED to the Rainbow Barf, which requires a bigger holder. Now that holder just finished printing. So let's pop this off. We just finished printing the holder. And yes, I printed 2 of them. I always print 2, especially on a part that small. Why not print 2 just in case I screw one up? Because I am the king of screw ups. Here's one. Oh, look at that. Came with built-in supports, and the supports just stayed right on the bed when I pulled the part off. Now that is what I call really nice built-in supports. So anyways, that's cool. They just stayed put. So these are the little parts here. So this is the little adapter for the Rainbow Barf one. And now I believe now I've just got to see, and that's why they had all those supports in there for all those. But look how clean that printed once I pulled out all those supports. That's, well, I didn't pull out the supports. They just happened to fall out. So anyways, that's kind of funny. So now if I go back to the, let me move this screen over to this window so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. So if I switch over to my display here, so that's what they were talking about, solder them in a pine tree arrangement starting with the bottom pads like this, because you basically want to eventually group them all together and they come out of the bottom of the little holder like that. And it says, when soldered, the PCB and wires can be tucked neatly into the carrier and inserted into the tool head. So we'll see. We'll see if that's true. So let's go ahead and try this here. Printing a soft beaver. I don't want to know. Things that sound nasty but aren't. So there we go. Let's go back to this cool close-up camera. So now, if I look at the picture, they show this on the right and they show this coming out. So this is all. So this looks like it sits. So like I've got to bend them down just like that, and this goes in. Is that even going to fit? Unless I put it in. Ah, there it is right there. Okay. So that's just going to snap into place. I'm hoping. Let me look at the previous picture. They don't really show you, but I think this should snap into place. That's the right orientation right there, like that. So let's just see without breaking anything. Now maybe it could be that I need to shave a little bit off that printed piece. Let's try the other printed piece. It's definitely the way it goes. Either I need to shave a little bit off the printed piece or a little bit off the side of that PCB on the LED. I don't necessarily want to do that. We've got a little bump right there. the kind of, oh, I see, that sort of sits in the corner. Yeah, I think this is just basically a very tight, snug fit, we hope. Making sure I don't break any wires. And then I've still got to print the lens, or the diffuser, whatever you want to call it, the piece that's going to go on clear PET G. There we go. I think I just got that in. There we go. Yeah, that's right there. That's kind of in all the way. So that's there, and then the diffuser is going to go on top of that, and then this whole thing ideally should be able to slide right into the stealth burner here. Like, I'm not going to do it yet because once it's in, it's in. Yeah, and that whole kind of thing is going to slide right down inside here. Like so. Once I get the... Sure. Come on, don't get stuck. Yeah. There, I got it out. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then the lights will do some pretty funky things. I believe they even had a little video up here of what it does. So yeah. So this is kind of the look you're going to get right here. You get to do different light patterns, and you can. There's going to be a config file to set up in Clipper to get the lights to do some funky things. It's just all for show. It's nothing. It's not practical at all, but it's just quite fun. So yeah. So we got that. We have a spare LED, which I'm not going to throw out because that's still a good working RGB LED. Hey, Zexelter, how are you, sir? Okay, so we will print the diffuser, or I call it a diffuser. I think it's actually called something else, but it's the little white thing that's going to go on top of this, which is going to then give us some nice bright color. So there is the rainbow barf wired up, ready to go. Okay, so with that said and done, I have a spare piece. It's over there somewhere. We can just keep the soldering iron right there for now. We'll put that away later. I'm going to go ahead and put the hot end together that we started to do. We started working on the hot end here, so let's go ahead and maybe start putting this thing together. You're gonna DM me tomorrow. You got the kits. Oh, you did? Good. Awesome. And now to make sure it goes to the right. Oh, yes. DM me tomorrow and I'll make sure. I'll give you the exact address. What I'll probably do is give you my business address, because things are a lot easier. But anyways, as you guys saw, this thing, which is called the Omnifixo, I'd still be working on those friggin' alligator clips trying to get that little tiny PCB LED in place and held together. This thing made that job of soldering that Rainbow Barf NeoPixel incredibly easy. So pick one of these up if you haven't. It's worth the price. It's probably the only one you'll ever need. I want to get another one just to get some more of these clips, but hey, that is the truth. I'm telling you. Hey, Paul Cumber, hello, sir. Let me zoom out here a little bit. There we go again. It's because I got theoretically 3 monitors hooked up, and sometimes when I try to move my mouse around and everything, and then when I try to find where my mouse is, I need one of those ones where you shake it and it goes the big arrow that comes out and tells me where it is. So okay, so I'm going to switch back over to this guy. We're going to mount our hot end in. I'm going to... Well, I was going to open the stealth burner. Yeah, let me open the stealth burner instruction manual again, and we'll go off of that. So here, we'll switch back here while I'm doing this, because I have to log out of my Adobe software at the office and log in here. Let's do that, and then we'll put my password in, which is it's ABC123 question mark hashtag colon slash 59789 capital AZB12, if you can remember that. You're smarter than me. Okay, so we'll open that. We will log myself out at work. Continue. And that lets me keep the manual open here. And there we go. And let me bring my window back up so I can see the crazy chat going on. Checking in from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Friendship Lights. Brooklyn, New York. Never been to Brooklyn. I've been to Manhattan. Have I been to Manhattan? Anyways, I stayed near Central Park one time when I was in New York. Okay, we're going to scroll down through this and see where we're at with the build. So the first thing they tell us to do is the hot end. So now what these guys are doing is they are basically giving me the instructions for a Voron Revo. But it's pretty much going to be similar for the Dragon High Flow, which I'm using. M3 by 8s. I don't think those are going to be the right screws, but we will see. So let's switch back here. I'm going to... I have the box, and I believe this came with... there's the kit. I'm just going to check. Yeah, it came with all the screws I need for mounting, because I think these are a little bit smaller than M3/8s. I could be wrong. These might be M3s, but let me double check. Where's an M3 here? So this is an M3, and let's just see. Yeah, I don't think this... Yeah, these are not M3 holes for mounting this one. So I'm going to be using the screws that came with the hot end to mount it into here. That's interesting that hopefully those holes aren't too big if they're calling for M3/8, but this is designed for the Dragon hot end, so M2.5. Yeah, okay, that's, yeah, kind of figured that. I don't think I got M2.5s in the kit. I think I'm going to be using the ones that came with the hot end, which it looks like it came with a fair gaggle of them. But first, what I've got to do is I've got to put the thermistor and the heater cartridge in. And now my only question that I've been questioning myself is which way do I want the wires to come out of the hot end. So let's switch over to boom and boom. So the hot end is going to go, I'm just trying to figure this out. So the hot end itself is sitting in like this on the stealth burner, okay? Now I can't, yeah, so I don't want this. At first I thought I want the logo showing in the front, and I don't, because what's going to happen is, whoops, this heater block, or maybe it's not, because there's a gap in between. So maybe that does go back. I'm pretty sure that the logo is supposed to be facing the front. Okay, so with that, assuming that that logo is going to be facing the front, and we can get away with that because we're not impeding anything, and then there is the gap in between where the probe goes, but I'm not using the probe. So this shouldn't be affecting or interfering with anything, even with the sock on it. So assuming it's heating that way, so we're going to want the wires to come out this side because the wires are coming up. Let's see, the wires are coming up this hole right here. Okay, so we want the thermistor and the heater core to come out this side. So we want them coming in on this side here. That's me using my common sense hat, and we'll see. Whenever I say that, I am wrong. Okay, so this guy is going to pop in here, and we will center her. And let's use my little K. Of course that's too small. Heater towards front. So are you saying then that this, so the outer edge part here, so the heater here should be down towards the front of the printer? So you're saying it should be going in this way? So basically the logo's at the back of the hot end. Is this the way that's going to go, Zixelter? I mean, I think it'll work either way. the nozzle itself is not going to change position because the nozzle's right in the middle, obviously. So the cooling isn't going to be affected. It's just a matter of where this piece here is sticking. So this is the correct way. Okay. Okay, well then good to know. So then we're going to come out this side of it here, right like this. Okay. My last ones, that was pretty obvious. The Vor on it was really obvious. You didn't have to worry about which way it was facing because there was only one way the Voron Revo is facing, which is basically in the middle. Now, let's just see, am I going to need thermal grease? I don't think I need to thermal grease this. I think the thermal grease is just for the heat break, I believe. I've never greased a heater block or a heater cartridge. So let's get this in the middle-ish, like that. There we go. Because it will melt the probe. Okay, well I'm not using a probe, but still, yeah, that's what I kind of thought it was sticking out the back a little too far. I'm going to be using a clicky on this. Oh yeah, and the clicky probe still goes in there anyways, that's right. The clicky probe holder, so yeah, okay, well duh, of course. Okay, and then we need the thermistor wire. Okay, and that guy there. And oh, I like the, oh, this is nice with the nice spring on it there. That is a nice thermistor. That's really nice. That way it's like a, oh, that's cool. Good job, LDO, with these really quality parts you guys provide. And that is the right wrench for this one, and I don't want to squish that too much, so we're just going to snug that in so it's not loose. There we go. Okay, so now these are going to come down and basically feed up along this way, sort of like that. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to need a couple M3x12s. M3x12s right here. That's a Triangle Lab thermistor, is it? Okay, cool. Do I want a set of tap parts too? I didn't mind sending them as well. Clicky is still a probe unless you go tap. Oh yeah, I definitely would like the tap. I'm going to put the first tap probably on the 2.4. I'm just building this one to spec right now because it's LDO and Sparta 3D sponsored. But I'm definitely going to want to put a tap on this eventually. Okay, so these guys are going to tuck down in here, off to the side like so. I don't have the nozzle in yet, but actually I can hot tighten that nozzle in later. So these are going down here, and then like so, and then this guy is coming on top. Okay, so the wires are nicely coming up there nicely, and they are nice and clean down there. And then now we need to put the M3x12s. Of course, that's the wrong size. Of course, that's the wrong size. It's going to be the third one I try. Third one's a charm. Okay, and get in the groove. In the groove. Okay, sure. Take my hands off it and all the wires come springing out. There we go. Okay, I'm going to fix that hot end in a minute. You are not, I 3x12s. It's not quite gonna do it. They're a little bit short. So possibly because it may be a thicker piece, but these are just not quite gonna do it. So I'm gonna see if I have an M3x14. It's probably, I don't know if there was a separate assembly document for the Dragon specifically, but that's okay. M3x14s, and if there is, it's probably going to say to use that little longer screw. Do I have an M314, or am I going to need a 16? I may need a 16. 25. M312s. It's the same ones I just tried. Let's see here. Definitely don't want 20s. There's some 16s. Let's see if these are going to work. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get the screw ready there. Okay, this will definitely work. I just don't know if it's going to bottom out. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so M316s it is. Okay, yeah, they're not bottoming out, they're perfect. And then we need to grab the screws from the Fadius kit. Fadius? Okay, and those are the smaller. The two that came out of it. Let's see, so we have that one that came out of it initially, and where's the other one? Oh, it's way down in the hole. Come on, don't be shy. Get out of that hole. There it is. Come on. Come on. Man, my fat fingers, my big fingers can't pick up that little piece. Here we go. So there we go. So that's the M2.5, obviously. So there should be a couple more here, but I don't see. I see 1, 2. Oh, there they are right there. I think that's these ones right here. No, those are too big. Would they not have given me... Let's see. I don't know if this one is a 2.5, or let's just see. Let's just see if this actually... Oh, that does fit. Okay, so it's these 4 silver. These 4 little guys right here. 1, 2, 3, and the one I just put in. Okay. So these are the ones. Ah! The fans on the Voron finally quit. Okay. Okay, let's get this guy in. Okay, I'll snug these up when I get all 4 in. 3. Oh, I see what happened. These tiny ones I took out, they were different holes for those that were holding the other piece on for the I call it the Prusa mount, but yeah. Okay, so we'll snug these up. Okay. Okay, so that's in. Let's make sure, yeah, our filament path is clear as day. Perfect. So there's what we've got so far. It's looking good. I'll put the nozzle in just so I don't lose it or forget it, but I'll have to remember to hot tighten it. I'm curious as to, I'm not even sure what this nozzle is. It's a 0.4. It's a beautiful looking nozzle. I'm guessing it's just plated copper. I don't know. Anyways, we'll throw that in. And that's tightened just perfectly there. They've left just enough of a gap there for hot tightening. So beautiful. And it's one-handed tightening, so it's not like I have to get a wrench on this thing. So it's pretty cool. They've actually got 4 posts holding it in place for tightening it up. Nickel plated copper, yeah, I think that's what it is. Print a rubber hex belt for your drivers so they don't roll off the table. There's a good idea. No, what I got to do is I've got adjustable feet. I'm talking to them. I've got adjustable feet on the bottom of these legs. What I need to do one day is just sort of, and I've got those little airbags that you, and they lift things. I just need to get a couple airbags underneath, lift that, and just unscrew these feet just slightly to get my table level. Because like if I put this here, you'll see if I put this here, it's going to go, well, make me a liar. Look, boom, 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 right? So it's just a matter of raising those feet maybe 1/8 of an inch, if that. So, or putting rubber handles on these would be a good idea too. So we'll see, you know, yeah. Okay, so we got that done. We didn't put the PTFE tube in. Now I need to find out the length of tubing I need for this particular hot end. But that's okay. And this one says, so this is, they're saying sticking out 11 millimeters, but it may vary if you use an extruder other than the Clockwork 2. Okay, so maybe, oh, okay, so being the Clockwork 2, I guess if it's a Clockwork 2, it's an 11 millimeter stick out, regardless. Because, yeah, that is going to feed into this guy here, right like so. So eventually, like that's going to eventually come on. These wires are going to come up this hole, and this is going to actually be sticking in here, kind of like. This is all going to come together kind of like this. Okay, so the 11 millimeters is probably going to be fine. So I'll just have to put a piece of tubing in there, measure 11 millimeters outside, and cut it accordingly. I don't like this yellow. I don't like this yellow piece I printed. I'm probably going to reprint this, probably in blue, so that we have a little bit of, so when they have red, the goldy, and the blue. I'll probably reprint this in blue. I've got the blue ABS on there anyways, I just used. So yeah, this should this looks like it's going to come together well. So let's get that PTFE tube. I just saw it a second ago. I knew I was going to need it. It's here somewhere. Flashback to United Colors of Benetton. Unicorn fart tuning. The title grabbed your attention. Hey, John. The title, basically what we did at the beginning that you missed is we just put in the rainbow barf LED that we're going to use on the stealth burner instead of the standard LED that's been on it. So now if I could, if I could ever find my PTFE tube, which is sitting right in front of me, then we'll be all set. So let's go ahead and get this open. I have tons of this stuff. Is one of these ends flat? That end is nice and flat. Yay. So this is only going to go in right to there. So I need to measure 11 millimeters out. Let me just make sure. Oh yeah, that's right to there. 11 millimeters. So let's dial in 11 millimeters on this guy. And we'll just give the good view here. 11.6, 11, 1, 10, 91, 94, 95, 96, 98, 99, 1102. Come on. There we go. 11 millimeters locked in. So we are going to mark, let's see, maybe I can do this in a real stealthy way. Flash, okay, so I have a beautifully sharp blade here. Let's just make sure this is a fresh sharp blade on here. I will throw this I'll just throw it in my box. My box is taped so nothing escapes it. So now if I take my 11 millimeters, see, I've got lots of PTFE so I can make a mistake. So if I use this as a guide, just like this, if I come along the edge of this with my knife, that should be, and that is nice and straight, and that should be 11 millimeters. It is. Oh, I've got a little bit of a hair there. A little bit of a hair I left behind. Come on. There it is. Yeah. But that, I don't see why that wouldn't work. We're right on our 11 millimeter mark there. Okay. Tricky Nicky. That was almost too easy. Okay, so we got the PTFE tubing in. We got a little spare piece of PTFE tube, which I can put in the Teflon tubing bag. You can never have too many spare pieces of PTFE. Oh, now we're going to work on, now we get to work on this part, but I don't have the diffuser printed, so I'm going to work on the top fan. I'm going to, did this, oh, that was a spare one. Whew. Good. I just saw this piece floating around, and that's, that just came out of this bag here. I'm going to put all these little pieces back in the bag because I will lose them if I don't. Okay. Yeah, hit that like button, folks. If you like what you're seeing. If you don't like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs down. I will take either one. So we're just going to throw all these spare parts for the dragon in here because you just never know when you're going to need some of these spare parts. Okay, and the box, as cool and cute as it is, well, I guess I could throw all this in the box. Sort of like that. Squish all this stuff in the box and keep the box because that way, anyways, yeah, okay. So we're going to skip the LED insertion right now because basically what's going to happen here is this guy's going to go in here. This is going to come feeding up through here. This guy's going to go down in here, and these two little guys are going to come up and they're going to be on the front. But I don't have the diffuser printed for this yet, or the lens, or whatever you want to call it. It's a different one for this one, so I'm going to bypass that part. I believe I can bypass that part. That's there, that's there. Yes, there. And running the wires, we know that. And we got this little tab up here that we... Did I break that little tab off? I didn't. Let me get this little support structure off. Right there. There's half of it. Or was that all of it? I think that was all of it. Okay. This is my first time using a Dragon hot end. It's my first time using a high flow hot end. So when they contacted me, they said, do you want the, this is Sparta 3D who sponsored this with LDO, and Sparta said, do you want the Dragon or do you want the Voron Revo? And I said, well, send me the Dragon high flow. I've not tried a high flow, and I do have a Voron Revo as quote-unquote backup if I want to change it out later. I have a spare Voron. A spare Revo. Spare Voron. I wish I had a spare Voron. Okay, so I'm not going to put this bottom fan in because we have to have, or could I? Is that going to interfere with the wiring later? So we'll do that one. Let's just work on the top fan. So let me grab the fans. So let's work on this fan right now, because we got to do a little bit of trickery with this, and I'm only going for another 15 minutes, so we're going to continue again tomorrow. So let's work on this one. So this one we have to take apart. So we are going to grab my tiny screwdriver. Hey Mike, how are you, sir? You're off to edit a video, hopefully posting to YouTube later this week. Okay, John, awesome. Appreciate you popping in, man. Okay. I think I used this one last time. We're just going to pop. I can actually break those, it doesn't matter. Pop these open. Whoops. This one and the third one. There we go. Okay, so pop this part off. Now we have to get rid of these corner pieces. Now, how did I do that last time? I kind of messed it up last time. I guess I could Dremel it off. Let's see. Remove the front of the 50/50 fan. Clip off and file down the stock mounting ears. There's a trimming STL jig included in the release to make this task easier. Oh, did I print that trimming guide? I think I printed that, what they're talking about there. Let's see. There is a guide. I printed a couple different guides or tools or whatever you want to call them. But don't ask me where I put them. It's not in there. Okay, let me check my other bag. I've got multiple bags of parts. I think it's this one. Let's see. I'm not sure. Last time on the 2.4 I just hacked that off and made a butcher job of it. You don't see it, so it doesn't matter. Was it this one? No. It's not that. There's a couple little trimming guide things here that I don't think, and no, it's nothing to do with this. No. Let's see. Maybe I don't have a trimming guide. It's not in there, and I'm sure it's not in this bag. No, this is just all my skirt pieces. So, okay, well, we will just do this the old-fashioned way then, I suppose. We'll hack them off. I'm not used to destroying pieces. Okay. So we got to get these pieces off. So let's see. Let's start by grabbing the right tool for the right job. And by the right tool, I mean, where the frig's my hammer? No, I'm kidding. Where are my little bigger snips? had a pair of red-handled snips around here because I don't know why I've got that out. I don't think that's for anything. I don't think these will do quite what I want and snip off the part of the fan here. Oh yeah, it will too. Well, there's a start. And there's a start. Now I could actually use my Dremel tool, I suppose, just to slice that off. That might be the best bet, is just use a Dremel. These pieces are real easy to snip off. Okay. And where's that third one? Right here. Okay. Let me see, where's my Dremel? There's my Dremel. Okay. Let's see if I have something in here that I can use to coax that off a little bit. I'll probably just need to use a little cutting disc. Yeah, probably just one of these little cutting discs. I don't want to use my big one. That'll be too aggressive. Yes, so this kit came with, it comes with a Stealth Burner upgrade, basically. The Clockwork 2 is just a matter of your printed parts. Yeah. But this does come with the proper parts. It comes with a Stealth Burner upgrade. Also comes with a Clicky Probe kit. So you can do the Clicky Probe. There's a Clicky Probe kit that comes with it. Where's my little tightener for this? Doesn't matter. I've got, that's what I have other screwdrivers for. Oh, there it is right there. Right in front of me. So we'll tighten this little disc. Should be plenty to do this. You guys get to see me fiddle around with a Dremel tool for the first time. I think I've not done this on stream before. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Clockwork 2 is just a matter of printing different parts. It came with a proper motor, so that's and it does come with the PCB board for the Clockwork 2, so yeah. That might be a bit fast. This is going to get loud for anybody that's wearing headphones. It might make a little bit of noise. I do have my safety glasses on. So let's just see if I can... So it did not a bad job. I can just sand that off a little bit. That's reasonable. I don't even need to sand that. Look at that. That's not bad. Okay, let's get this other one off. Maybe go a little faster. There we go. A little messy, but hey, that should work. This should do the job. It's just gonna do this. Plastic dust into my garbage, and the rest of it on the jeans. Okay. That should be good. That worked out actually quite well. Much better than the last one. The last one I just tried to clip it all off, and I yeah, made a mess of it. Okay. Let's just see if that's going to fit. So let me scroll down the page here, and that is going to go, yep. So this guy is going to go down in basically like, it's going to sit in like so. Now I'm going to, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about that till I put the, if I do the 2-part PCB, I will have to accommodate for that. There we go. Oh, that actually, that fit nicely. That fit in there rather nicely. So I did not a bad job of grinding that off. So that worked out nice. So now if I end up doing the 2-part PCB, I'm going to have to grind down this little bit so it sits flat on there. But that's, I haven't ordered that yet, so we'll see. Okay, so let's see. We're going to route those wires. Awesome, thanks. They don't note on their website that the original LDO BOM says Afterburner and CW1, so wasn't sure if they included an upgrade for the S Stealth Burner. Yeah, so there's a Stealth Burner upgrade kit, they call it, and I believe, and don't quote me, but I believe the CW2 is just a matter of printing different parts than the CW1. And it's to do with the PCB board, or the, yeah, and the upgrade kit does include the board to go on the CW2. Absolutely. So this is a good fit, and these wires are going to be routed, these wires are going to be routed, actually these will be plugging into the, I'm not even going to screw this in because these wires are going to be cut and plugged into the PCB that's going to go on here when I do order that. I've got to order that part yet. I don't believe, now let me just see, where is the boards? Boom, 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 boom. Just before I close off here, I want to find the boards, PCBs. Bear with me. I'm just going to look for those PCBs real quick. No. I've got stuff everywhere, so. Okay, I'm trying to find where I put those other. There's a few more PCBs that are just on my desk here somewhere. There they are. Here they are right here. Let's just see what we got here. Okay. The pancake stepper, yeah. Yeah, so this one came with the pancake stepper. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. Which fits on the Clockwork too. So that's the stepper motor I use right here. So, yeah. And this comes with, yeah, just the single part PCB here. So I'm going to get the 2-part, and I like the 2-part because what it allows you to do is when you take your hot end apart, so right now what's going to happen is when this is done, there will be wires that are going to go into that PCB. This PCB is going to sit right about, it's going to sit kind of in here. Oh man, somewhere in here. Anyways, and actually this is not... Anyways, the PCB is going to sit in here, and when this attaches onto here, you're going to have your fan wires and so forth. So when you pull your hot end off, you'll have to unplug your fan wires. The two-part PCB is just allows you to unplug it with no wires at all. It just unplugs cleanly. So, which I prefer, because if you're pulling your hot end off to service it, you don't have to worry about getting the wires off of this. With the afterburner Hark PCB, yeah, which I think is what this is. So yeah, this one, that's the only thing that you need to get different if you don't want the two-part. Yeah, because this one, you're going to need to get a new PCB, which you can pretty much get anywhere now. I know my local guy has them. And one of the differences is if you look at the way here, if I switch cameras here, if you look at the way this PCB goes in, it sits right like that's what these two holes here are for, to mount the PCB board just like that. Well, the problem is if you look at the way the plugs are oriented, there's no way you're going to plug, you're going to be able to plug, there's also going to be an adapter, but there's no way you're going to be able to plug your fans in there, okay, your hot end stuff. So the new one has the plugs sitting the other way, whereas the two-part basically has a hole, like another, it's not this big, but it has some pins sitting in here, and it's basically you're just unplugging a whole plot of pins that are running everything that's on the hot end itself. So yeah, but otherwise everything, yeah, I forgot, sorry, yeah, I forgot, this is for an old afterburner, the PCB, so you do need to get a different PCB for the Clockwork 2. The stepper motor fits, but the PCB does not. And then these other ones are for the LEDs and the XYN stops. And this one is, I believe that's something to do with the, I'm not quite sure, but we will learn that as we go. Okay, yeah, you want the Hark, the Stealth Burner Hark PCB for sure, but I'm going to get the two-part. Now let's see, let me just see, because I'm kind of finished up here anyways for now. So let me just see real quick. I'm going to look on my local guy, see if I can find that two-part PCB to show you that I put on the other one. Lab Tech, 3D Lab Tech is my guy, local guy here, who does ship worldwide, and he's got really good prices. So let me find Hark, let me look up Hark, no, PCB, he carries a lot of parts. So it's easier if I just look through here. Okay, so yeah, so let me move this over to this window here and share this. So we're going to go display and share it. So right here, there's the Hark Stealth Burner PCB kit. So you can see the difference if I zoom in on this. Well, I don't really even need to zoom in. Let me, yeah, see, can I zoom this image in? Now, so you can see on the plugs, stop doing that. You can see on the plugs they're facing the other way, which you have to have for the Clockwork 2. Okay, so it's kind of different than the one I have right now, which is for the Stealth Burner, or for the Afterburner. Sorry. Now, if I go back, I believe he does also have the. There's a V4, no, there's the two-part right here. Hark Stealth Burner two-part PCB kit right here. This is the one that I'm going to get, 32 bucks Canadian. Raspberry Pi header for the ADXL 345 input power to the Pi. That's what I think it is, Zenbender, yeah. I'm sure that's what it is. So right here, there's a two-part kit that I'm going to end up getting. Okay, so this guy is... I recommend it's worth the extra 30 bucks or whatever. It's probably not even nearly that much in the States. It's probably 25 or $20 US in this for this. But so this is the part that goes onto the actual hot end, onto the Clockwork 2. This part mounts onto the fan, on top of the fan, and then you have your various plugs that basically, you get the idea here of what you're looking at, right? So this is going to go to your main board, and then this one here is going to go, is what your fan or your stealth burner plugs into here, so that you don't have to run those wires. So, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to say add to cart right now, so I don't forget to actually order that. So, because I do need that to continue to build this, which is fine, because I still need to build that print that transparent. I keep calling it a diffuser, and I guess it is because you're diffusing the LED light into the opening here. So. You have the 1-part SB board and wished you had gone the 2-part route. Yeah, I did the 2-part route on this one over here, and it makes a huge difference. You pop those 4 screws out, boom, your hot ends off, or your stealth burner's off, and you have instant access to your hot end without having to unplug those little wires. Because after you unplug these wires out in and out all the time, it does end up wearing on them and could cause some failures. So. Soldering irons off. Let's get this. This I should have used this Dremel last time. I don't know why I didn't. I'm very guilty of not using the proper tools for the proper job, especially when I have all the proper tools at hand. So, anyways, but aren't we all? Well, no, we're not. Most people aren't as inept at using the proper tools as I am, but then again, that's a guy thing too, right? Because pretty much everything's a hammer when you think about it. Come on, get in there. So yeah. Okay, I'm just going to throw that in there. Throw this in here. Make sure I can squeeze that closed. And that's that. Good. Awesome. The connectors are real difficult to unplug. Yeah, well, exactly, right? So, but you can always upgrade to that 2-part, right? You know, that Zenbender. It's well, you're in the U.S., so it's probably $20, $25. So, any discount code for ordering the Voron kit? Let me check into my stream on. You know what? That's a really good question, actually, since I am building this one that was sponsored by LDO and Sparta. Let me reach out to my contacts, Michael. Check in with me on, well, you'll see when I go live if you're subscribed to me, which you should be. Listen to me. Subscribe to me or not, or perish. Let me see. There's my mouse. And if I'm just going to go boom. And is this going to be really close? That's not too bad. Is this the right camera? That's the right camera. There we go. Anyways, you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, just like that. And definitely, I will reach out to them and see. I'm going to be doing my stream on Sunday, continuing the actual build of this. This is just what I call the interim stuff, which is the boring stuff, which I've done on the 2.4, and you can go anywhere and find people building these hot ends. It's not really that difficult to do, but I consider it a sub-assembly of the main assembly. I will reach out to my contacts and see if that's a possibility. I think that's not a bad idea. And check in on my streams, and if I can, I will do it. If I at all can do that, I will do that. I'll see what sort of a discount code I could get. I don't think that's a bad thing to ask at all. And if so, it'll be in a description on Sunday's stream. 5 o'clock Mountain Time is when I stream, or I will mention it. So yeah, I will reach out and ask them. So that is a good suggestion. Yeah, don't need that anymore. Okay, perfect. Well, it was kind of a I'd say an accomplished, we got some stuff accomplished tonight. We got the rainbow Barf LED on here. We got the hot end itself built here. The Fadus Dragon high flow hot end is built. I got to print a couple parts. Oh, that PTFE tube is nice and stiff. I got to wear that in. One thing I didn't do, I got the nozzle on now, but one thing I want to do real quick. I'm just going to pop that nozzle off. Nozzle off. Sounds like I'm saying muzzle off. Nozzle off. And I'm going to pop some filament down that tube. Make sure that I have a nice clean path. And that it's going to go. See what's stopping that? See right there. I'm glad I checked that. The filament's not coming. Oh, maybe because the filament's not cut perfect. It's got a little bit of a lip on it. So if I do that, let's just make sure that this is going to go. There we go. Oh, I had a kink in it right here. But it's still, it's almost like that PTFE is not lining up perfectly. Huh. If I cut this off, where that kink is that going to let me pull it right through? Oh yeah, okay, maybe we're okay. Yeah, I guess that's okay. That looks like it's... Oh yeah, that's fine. I thought maybe if I shoved that PTFE down too far, it would create a flat spot. But we're okay. We are okay. So, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. It is 10 o'clock, a little after 10 o'clock. I have been streaming for a whopping 87 minutes, almost an hour and a half. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and down on this side of the screen, hit that new subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you're watching. I've only got 2 thumbs up on here, so I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. Now I have 3 likes, okay? 3 likes and 12 people watching. That is a travesty. But I won't hold it against you. So, but that's a lie. I will. I'll hunt you all down. But anyways, I don't have an extra screen I can play. Well, I'm going to play my exit stream anyways, even though the sound is not working. So I'm going to switch to this camera here, make myself a little bit big and say, and I'm going to get ready. I've got to get ready on this here. And this is very professional right now, you know, because I don't have any of this all really set up. But then I'm going to get ready on my outro video. But anyways, you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you. You shame us. We'll talk to you guys. This camera. We'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow night or Friday night. But definitely see you on Sunday stream. And we'll talk about that discount code. I'll see what I can do. It's 13 likes. 12 viewer. Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good. Okay. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye for now.